Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Barra. I've been a personal stylist for 25 years and now I help people like you build capsule wardrobes that mix and match easily, saving you time, money and space. Now before I want to go on, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has liked, subscribed, shared all my videos, told your friends. It really helps me work out what else you like and what else you'd like to see, and to the point that this video is very much based on the feedback that I have had. So this video is a result of you commenting and let me know what you want. I know you want to see more over 60s bits and pieces, and today I'm literally addressing an issue that I've seen. So for more content like this, please like, subscribe, make sure that you get the alerts, and let me know what else you think, and let me know what you're thinking below as well. So the reason why I'm doing this video today is in direct response to some of the comments that I've received recently. So vast majority of you have said you like the content, it's great, thank you very much, which is all fantastic, keep it coming. But there's been a few of you who've said to me that you feel invisible now, that you feel like nobody takes any notice of you, that you've lost confidence, etc, etc. So today's video is a direct response to that. It's also a response to you telling me you want to see more over 60s content. So here we are. This is what I mean. You let me know what you want to see and I do it, okay? So first, before we go on, I want to kind of address this because I'm 51 myself and I do kind of know where you're coming from. But I also do make a point of taking up space. So whereas you say you feel like you're invisible and nobody looks at you anymore, take up space. So when for example, when I'm walking down the pavement and there's a guy that comes towards me, it's a very common thing, I think, as women, just generally, you know, even when you're not a little bit older, but to sort of move out the way. And if I'm walking somewhere, and unless, you know, the guy's not looking or something like this, I take up as much space as he does. I'm not saying I challenge him, but I do make sure I take up my space and make sure that I am visible. And it's not about being arrogant, and it's not about being awkward, and it's not about pushing somebody out of the way or anything like that, but it is just about having the confidence to know your own value and that you are valuable as a woman and also as an older woman. So that is one of the things that I want you to kind of think about doing from now onwards. Now I know there's a couple of times a couple of people have commented and said that they can't walk very well anymore, so that's a whole other issue, but I still suggest that you take up space and you don't be quiet in the corner. You shouldn't be quiet in the corner. There's no reason why you should be quiet in the corner. So you take up space in maybe your opinion or what you contribute to a conversation. However you can do it, take up that space and make sure that you're heard, you're still a human being, you're still valued, and that people still take notice of you. And if they don't take notice of you, then kind of make sure they do. Wear like really bright colours or something. I know it's not simple, but I'm just want you to address that before we even look at clothes. I want you to address where in your life you might sort of feel like you're invisible, so almost hunker down and allow that to be. And it's not, I don't want you to do things that make you feel uncomfortable, but maybe just challenge that societal pressure that we should be this or we should be that and we should just sit quietly in the corner knitting or something, whereas most of us absolutely aren't doing that. So the first thing that I want to address is kind of similar to what I've already spoken about, but is the outside pressure. So there's so much sort of outside pressure to be younger. Now I'll let you in on a little secret. When I was looking at what to title this video, and I did some research on YouTube, YouTube presumed as a rule that I wanted that if I ever did anything for over 60s and to do with style, that those people would want to look younger. Now, I'm sure there's some of you out there who are watching this video who do maybe want to look younger, but that is how ingrained it is, that it's a presumption that if you're over 60 and you want to look stylish, that you want to look younger. And that I want to address straight away. And that is part of the problem why people feel invisible and they feel not heard, because society presumes that they don't want to be that they want to be something else. And, you know, I'm sure all of us, like I said, I'm 51, but I'm sure all of us have known people who are not lucky enough to reach this age. Okay, so that's the first thing we should be proud of. So it's really hard with that outside pressure to feel like you are valuable. And I just want to let you know before we go any further that you absolutely can be fashionable and stylish and feel good about yourself. And I want you to do that. So I'm going to take you through some points now, little kind of easy points that you can kind of apply to your wardrobe that will help you kind of maybe make things a little bit more coordinated. So throughout this video, I'm going to be showing you some flat lay outfit ideas that I have for kind of simple dressing, and it kind of addresses those sort of typical areas that most people by the time they reach their 60s feel a little bit uncomfortable about. Them. That could be the tops of your arms, it could be maybe your tummy, it could be that you feel like you don't want to, obviously you don't want to show anything off around the midriff. So I've tried to create some outfits that, obviously, as with any of these things, I can only do a certain amount. I can't cover every different climate. I can't cover every different personal taste and every different body shape. But what I've tried to do is pull all of that together in a kind of general kind of rule. So as I'm talking, you'll see a few outfits coming up, and you can always visit my LTK shop. I'll put the link is in the notes. I'll put the link in the notes to my LTK shop, and also I'll put the links to all those flat lays so that you can take a look. So you can follow me on LTK as well, because that's where any images of outfits that I suggest, they're all on there. So you can actually buy them directly or have a look at them in a little bit more detail for a later date. So a few rules that I would give you, and I hate rules, but I do think these generally work, so they're worth considering. So the first thing I would consider is kind of 3 colours. Now 3 colours tends to work. I don't know why that is, it's an odd number, but 2 sort of base colours and then 1 highlight colour in an outfit, it usually works. Now what I tend to do is will have like 1 or 2 colours that I'm wearing overall, and then I will have the highlight colour in my accessories, or maybe a top or a t-shirt or a vest or something like that, or maybe a jacket. So I pull the outfit together like that. There was a few comments I noticed as well about people saying that other content creators are saying that, you know, we shouldn't match accessories anymore, and that's entirely their prerogative. But as I said to her, and I will say to you, the most important thing is what you feel like. If you feel like you don't want to match your accessories and things like that, then you shouldn't be doing it anyway. You shouldn't listen to me or anybody else. But anybody who you are tuning into, question their actual experience of working with people, real people in real life, in regards to colour, in regards to body shapes, etc., etc., before you actually take advice. I see an awful lot of advice out there. Sometimes it's great, people have a bit of an instinct for it, but the vast majority of it is so bad that you just go, oh my God, people are listening to this. So just question where their experience is before you kind of take things on board, but always do what feels good for you. So yeah, 3 colour rule tends to work really well. The other thing that's really helpful, I know I say this over and over again, is learn what colours work for you. So get a colour analysis done, learn what styles work for your body type. If you need help with that, book in for a consultation with me. Not only would I like to see your face, I'm really loving recently, by the way, meeting so many of you. I kind of meet you in a consultation and then you're chatting to me on my videos. It's great. You know, it's really good to see faces behind the people. So book in for a consultation with me. I'd love to meet you and I'd love to chat to you about how I can help you. So those 2 areas really help, because they help you then work out what styles and cuts work best for you, because that's where I find most people struggle. Is they keep buying things and it doesn't work, and either they can't coordinate them together or they don't feel right on them, and often it's a case of colour or style that's not quite right, it's slightly off. So yeah, if you learn those things, it really helps you. So the 3 colour rule: learn the colour, learn the style, also get inspiration. So if you've never opened a Pinterest board before, you'd have heard me say this before as well, open up a Pinterest board. If you've never done that before, you know, head to another part of YouTube and see a video. There'll be plenty there on how to do that. You open up an account and you kind of then pin images of styles that you like, and you can make the board private so that nobody else can see it as well. Also, if you see someone walking down the street, you'll see a little recent shorts video I did where I suggested a challenge where whenever you see someone walking down the street that you like their hair, their makeup, or what they're wearing, you tell them, because I think that is a wonderful thing to do. But when you do see that, take a note of what it is you like. So again, use that as inspiration, because I think it's so easy to get down on ourselves, and especially if we're feeling invisible, and especially if we're feeling like not heard and the people don't care about us anymore. It's really easy to get kind of swept away with that. So what I want you to do is to sit up, head held high, and I want you to think about you and what you love again. And that might mean, if you can hear a washing machine going, by the way, I'm sorry about that. I'm recording this at home. So definitely I want you to get inspired again for what you like, because it's so easy to get lost, and that is the most important thing, because clothes can make a huge difference to confidence. I have seen this time and time again with clients who I've worked with one-on-one. And they've come to me and they felt really low. I can't, obviously I'm not going to mention names, but I had a client in Australia who commented, sent me a lovely email after I'd worked with her and said that she got compliments for the first time in 10 years. I had another client said she was blown away by what I'd sent her and what a difference it had made to how she could now choose clothes and how confident she felt in choosing clothes. So I know this kind of thing works because I do it with people and I see the results. And if you look on Google, you look on my Google profile, you'll see I have 100% 5-star reviews. So the advice I'm giving you, I promise you it works. Anyway, let's move on. So to get more into the nitty-gritty of it as well, I think the key bits of advice that I would give you, because usually, like I say, it is like upper arms and tummies where people feel most uncomfortable, and sometimes as well there's issues with clothes irritating skin and digging in, and you want something a little bit more comfortable around the waist, etc. So the first thing is it's the fabric. Now fabric can make a huge difference, because I know some of you will be allergic to certain types of fabrics. The types of fabrics usually that work best for people are more natural fibres rather than man-made fibres. They allow the skin to breathe better, they feel better on the skin. The downside is, particularly with like obviously silk, cotton, linen, they tend to get screwed up more. What I do is I just have a little handheld steamer in my bedroom. I can put a link in the notes to one that I use and give you some recommendations if you consider that. And you know, if I'm going to put something on, I just quickly steam it. It's a lot easier than getting ironing boards out. I secretly hate ironing boards. I think people think that when you work with clothes that you love things like that, and obviously I absolutely hate them. I hate ironing boards and I hate irons. So some people find it really therapeutic, I know, but I absolutely hate it. So I've got this handheld steamer and I just use that. But yeah, natural fibres are usually better. The other thing is as well, that neutral colours tend to mix and match with other colours easier in your wardrobe. So by neutrals, I mean pretty much the colours that are behind me, the kind of colours that I'm wearing, you know, beige, ivory, stone, white, charcoal grey, navy, those kind of colours tend to blend with each other a lot better than the brighter colours. But, and this is a very big but, and because this is a video about you feeling confident in yourself, I actually would like to challenge you a little bit to introduce a colour you love. Now it can be something very small. It could be just with a scarf, it could be with a pair of shoes, it could be just with a bag, it could be with a little vest top that you wear underneath something else. But it's so easy, I think, after a certain age to sort of become beige. Does that make sense? Or it's not that you become beige, it's almost like society wants you to blend in the background and become beige. So although I'm saying those colours will mix and match easier, because they will, whatever age you are, I want to kind of challenge you to introduce a colour. Now, if you've had your colours done recently, now, if you've not watched my grey hair video, then watch my grey hair video, because most colour palettes that were done since the 1980s don't include grey hair. It's an issue. I see it all the time. So watch my grey hair video if you have grey hair as well, because that might help you kind of work out why some of the colours that worked for you before aren't working for you anymore. So yeah, choose like neutral colours, so maybe 1 or 2 neutral colours each outfit, but I would challenge you to have one highlight, quite bright one, because I want you to make a point of not blending in the background and of not becoming beige. Now, if you're somebody who loves loads of colour, I'm actually looking out of my window right now and there is a lady walking past me who's probably in her 80s, and she has a lovely sort of moss green top on it. It looks incredible. That's what I want you to do. I want you to be that lady. I'm not going to take photos of her because that's rude, but you know what I mean. Just, I want you to embrace colour. And if you feel like you're invisible, make yourself more visible again. And like I say, if you need help with that, absolutely get in touch with me. So finally, let's just round this all up. So the main points that I want to make is I want you to kind of feel, if you feel like you're hiding, you feel like you're invisible, make a point of noticing when you do that. You know, is it because you feel like life is for younger people, or because everywhere you go and everything you see is saying that you should want to feel younger? If that's the case, then push through it. And challenge it. The only thing that I can really relate it to, and I know it's not related to this at all, is I've been a single parent for 18 years. My daughter is now 18. She's been very successful. She's done very well for herself. She's been in a major Netflix series. She's won scholarships to schools and all sorts. But being a single parent, there is a stigma attached to that we raise delinquents, and I have always very much pushed up against that. And that's what I'm asking you to do now, is just push up against that. Take up that space however it feels comfortable for you to do it, but do it. And stick to the 3 colour rule. It tends to work quite well. Consider getting your colours done. Consider learning what styles suit your body type as well. Get in touch with me if you need help with that. And also get your inspiration going, and take time with that. You know, if you create the Pinterest board, or if you just start making notes of people you see down the street, then take time with it, because it's about you rediscovering who you are. The likelihood is, if you've reached 60 or over, you've spent a lot of your life either looking after other people or committed to other people in work, or both. So now I want you to think about you. It's really important to me that you think about you. So let me know in the comments what you do to become more visible, what you've decided to do to change your wardrobe since you've turned 60. Also, any pain points you've got, what you struggle with, and I promise you I will I will reply to every single one of you. So have a wonderful day wherever you are. Let me know where you are as well, actually, in the comments. I really do, like literally in a day I will speak to people in Hawaii, I'll speak to someone in Florida, and I'll speak to someone in Russia, and then someone in Australia, and I absolutely love it. This is why I do this. And I also do it, I hope you found this helpful, because I also do this whole capsule closet stylist thing is all about helping women feel better about themselves, and it's really, really important to me to do that. So if anybody is feeling low, I will always reply to you, and I will always call out people who are a little bit nasty, because it's just not my thing at all. So yeah, let me know how you get on. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and let me know what else you'd like to see as well. If there's something specific about your wardrobe that you need addressing, absolutely let me know, because I do make notes of all the suggestions that you give me. Anyway, have a lovely day wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.